Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house. Hope you guys are having a good time out there because we are getting ready to rumble. The markets are pumping again, volatile, but doing pretty well. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Don't forget to get in and subscribe on YouTube. Smash that follow button on Rumble, and of course follow on X platform as well. We are streaming to all three now, which is amazing. And you guys are incredible. So hope you guys are enjoying the alpha. Today, of course, we have a premiere show because we've got MidGard. We've got a number of blockchain explorers on PulseChain, but all of them have some issues in terms of different features and speed and things like that. And now we have MidGard. We got AAA quality now on PulseChain. This is going to be absolutely incredible. And of course, it's going to obviously evolve over time as well from the team. So big shout out to the MidGard team. Absolutely incredible. So very excited about that. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Don't forget to get into the chat as well and say hello because it's going to be a lot of fun. The MidGard Block Explorer is live and we're going to check it out. So it's going to be cool. Also, crypto is pumping. So this is exciting. And we're going to have a look at some of the top tokens performing at the moment. Missor, Teddy, and remember, that's Teddy Takeover, that is. So we're going to look at that and have a lot of fun with that too. So definitely get in the chat there and let's have a great time as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into the show, and don't forget to I don't know what else do we say. Get in there and be part of the show. That's all we can say. All right, so let's get into it, and let me see where I'm going here. We're going over to no, we're going over to there. We're going over to the wrong one there. So let's shake that out and get into that one. And kind of cool. All right, so this is the place to go. So let's see. Here we are. We're on our X show. Don't forget to say hello, and of course get into the Discord and of course socials and all that sort of good stuff. Become part of the community. That's all we can really say. So let me just do something here to sort of bring something up, and we're going to have a great time here. Now many of you will know. We've started a new Telegram group, and so you should definitely join up to that because that's going to be an absolute game changer moving forward. So don't miss out on that opportunity as well. The links to Discord are in the video description, and I'll probably post the Telegram ones a bit later as well. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the Kryptonite show and have a bit of fun with this. And you can see here on X that we're on X now, so you definitely got to join up. And let's post that in the comments there as well. Get in the chats there, folks, and say hello. And let's post that. Bam. All right. That's coming up there. There we go. So Kryptonite Show, get in there and give us a follow, repost all our stuff. We're trying to do a lot of the latest and greatest things at the moment. We're doing a lot of rebranding. So definitely while we're getting on early, we're going to be covering a lot of amazing projects moving forward. So definitely join up today and share it out. Now, the one thing we've got a poll on at the moment, which is the Battle Royale edition. So Ricky versus X Game versus Dark versus Pump. So definitely join up and get into that poll. We're going to have a number of polls moving forward. I'm working with a number of people doing great stuff around promotions for teams, as well as matching up the best value. We're looking for good value projects with good opportunities. So definitely you want to follow us if you want to have some of the latest greatest. We also got the alpha watch list as well in our Telegram, and that's performing extremely well. Many of the top performers on PulseChain are currently going through there. So you will be doing very well by starting off with that list, especially for newbies as well. So kind of cool. All right, let's get into the stock market news. We're not going to spend too much time on the stock market today. Only to say that the stock market there bounced back very nicely yesterday, and that was the end of the week. So I actually had a green week for which was pretty cool. So Wall Street ends whipsaw a week sharply higher as the Fed comments soothe the market. So the Fed coming home there. Now we got the Dow Jones is up 1.5%. Pretty awesome, eh? 619 points to 40,200. We got S&P 500 up 1.8%, 95 points to 5,363. And we got the NASDAQ up 2% at 337 points at 16,724. So all the three indices there up and away. Main Street and the tech sector. And look at can you see what we're seeing there? The volatility's gone down. And the dollar, look at the US dollar. The index there is below 100, 99.89. Isn't that amazing? That is so good. So that is making the US more competitive purchasing power goes down, but actually it makes it cheaper for foreign powers to buy more US goods. Isn't that crazy? So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Now let's jump into some of this other stuff as well. So obviously we've had a lot of investor uncertainty around the tug of war, particularly with China. But looks like there's about 95 countries or so now that have lined up to do deals, and we have a good timeline of 90 days. So we know this for the tax bill. We also know this for foreign trade. These are two of the three pillars, of course, laying the foundation for the golden era of Trump. And these are expected to be complete by probably end of June. And we may see something around 4th of July, maybe just after that on the Monday, the 7th of July, a big announcement party about how Trump has laid the foundation for the golden age of America and really fixed things up. So it's going to be really exciting, guys. This is a game changer. He really is doing a great job there. So pretty cool stuff there from the Fed. So the Fed there said that John Williams, President John Williams, said the U.S. economy is not entering a period of high inflation and low growth, and the U.S. Fed will act to keep so-called stagflation at bay. So the market really liked that. So very, very cool. All right, let's move on. We're going to get into the crypto market, as I promised. The other thing that we've seen also is oil prices come down, right? Oil prices have come down dramatically, and I think that's been absolutely wonderful, right? Absolutely wonderful. Oil prices come down there. Very, very cool. Now, we can see actually at the moment crypto. In fact, let's go to the big view because I love the big view here for the crypto markets. Look at that beautiful green. And Bitcoin at $83,429, up almost 5%. That's so cool. And the dominance there, 61.66%. Just as a reminder, we got up to 70% on Bitcoin dominance versus the rest of the crypto back in the 2021, 2001, that's a long time ago, 2021 bull market. And then we reversed and altcoin season started. So I don't know. I'm still not in the camp that we're going to get to 70, but hey, look, anything's possible. Bitcoin has shown that it has been particularly strong compared to the rest of the coins. So who knows? Maybe we'll get to 70%, and then the Bitcoin altcoin, the altcoin season is on. Now, Ethereum at the moment up 3%, $1,566. Solana up 7.6%, $121. ADA up 2% there at 62 cents. Tron up 3% at 24 cents. XRP up 3% at $2.02. Buy a BNB, they're up 1.4% at $586. So that's kind of the majors there. We've got a few others as well. We've got Litecoin up 3% and $76, and PulseChain there up 3.7% at $2.18. That is the mark there, folks. That is the mark. And look, we got good old Pi there up 6.82%. How about that? Pi made it to the top there. 63 cents there for Pi Network. So for those that have been mining Pi all the way back since since the beginning, congratulations to you. That's pretty exciting. So doing pretty well there. Looking at the crypto bull market, we're up at 2.72 trillion, up from 2.6 yesterday. So we're at 1.7%. We've got the leaders at the moment: Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum number 2, XRP number 3, BNB number 4, and number 5, which is Solana number 6, Dogecoin number 8, Tron number 9, and Cardano number 10 there. And the biggest movers in the top 10 are pretty much Bitcoin, Solana, they're up 7.3%, and that is where we are now. In the top 100, the best performer is Bonk, up the last 24 hours, 17.4%. Fartcoin number 2, 14.7%, and XDC Network at number 3. For the week, we looked at Fartcoin at number 1, up 70%. So that's performing very well both the last day and the last week. And then we got Hyperliquid there up 29%, and we got Pi Network, which I talked about having a big pullback, right? It was over $2 now, 63 cents, and that is down up 21% for the week and up 6.5%. So is the bottom in for Pi? We shall see. We shall see indeed. So that's kind of where Pi Network is. Let's jump over to the trendings here. So we got trending. Epic Chain is trending, Wayfinder and Fartcoin, of course, which has been dominating, as up trending as well. Wayfinder up 100%, and the top gainers at the moment: Ray up 108%, Wayfinder up 102%, and RSS3 up 59%. So there's some of the big movers in the last 24 hours here on a CoinGecko, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Is that what we say? So that's doing pretty well. Let's have a look at Bitcoin itself. So you guys know this is the circle of what? The circle of volatility. You got it. The circle of volatility. And boy, has it been volatile. But here we are. We've got this 50-day and the 100-day. Sorry, the 50-day and the 200-day. So the 50 days are yellow, and the orange is the 200-day moving average. And we can see they're about to cross for a death cross, right? We're in a golden cross at the moment, and it's about to close off there. So, what's going to happen here? We bounced all the way from $74,600, and we're now at $83,466. So, pretty good gain there. But we're going to need some more green candles to keep us away from the death cross, up 11.8% in the last couple of days. And we're gonna need some big green candles here. Like I say, we might have a near miss on this, or just cross and not be there for long. As I always say, September we had a pretty near miss as well. So fingers crossed we can get some green candles here, and we can get the 50-day moving back up away from the 200-day and bring on the next parabolic wave, right? The parabolic wave. We were after the next one, right? We had a couple. Let's get the next one and move, and of course head towards that big numbers, right? 150K to 250K Bitcoin, maybe even possibly 400 for the year. Now, as you guys know, if we're going to do convergence to gold, Bitcoin is now the digital gold, says Jamie Dimon from BlackRock, and so we got to be Jamie Dimon. Yeah, I think that's right. And we got a 10x from here to go, right? So at least probably a 15x almost to get a gold market cap. So it could be huge. Now, the other big news is that we saw more good news coming from Trump. It's slowly coming in, the bullish news around Trump and, of course, the markets. And so what we saw Trump sign a couple of things this week. The SEC also simplifying things for banks with crypto. Now we've got Trump signs bill to nullify expanded IRS crypto broker rule, and that's something that Biden put in. So it's very, very cool. So he signed in a law into bill to overturn a revised rule from the Internal Revenue Service that expanded the definition of a broker to include decentralized crypto exchanges. And of course, according to White House there, in the last weeks of Biden administration in December, the IRS updated its crypto tax reporting rule that it had finalized early in 2024 to clarify that its new guidelines would also apply to decentralized finance or DeFi exchanges. Both the House of Representatives and the Senate in March voted to nullify the revision through the Congressional Review Act, which allowed Congress to review new federal rules with a simple majority. Crypto industry has slammed the revised rule, claiming that it was unworkable for DeFi platforms, and called on Republicans to rescind it. Centralized exchanges such as Coinbase and Kraken act as an intermediary between buyers and sellers, while DeFi exchanges aim to cut out the middleman and allow users to transact directly on the blockchain network, which powers cryptocurrencies, of course. Crypto industry participants argue that because DeFi exchanges don't act as intermediaries, they don't have visibility into who their users are, making it impossible to comply with the IRS rules. The new IRS framework finalized last year aimed to crack down on crypto users who may be failing to pay their taxes, and stemmed the $1 trillion bipartisan 2021 infrastructure bill, Investment and Jobs Act. It required digital asset brokers to send the forms to both IRS and the digital asset holders to assist with their tax preparation. Trump, on the campaign trail, pledged to be a crypto president and courted cash from the industry to promote the adoption of digital currencies. In the first week in office, Trump ordered the creation of the cryptocurrency working task group and with proposed new digital asset relations. And in March, signed an executive order to create federal stockpile of Bitcoin. So this is another cool bow in that mix. So this is great news for everybody that is heading all in the right direction, right? So celebrate that, that's for sure. A big shout out to Diamond Hands there. Good to see you in the house. Looking very, very, very cool. So we're going to get into the next big thing, which is the main part of the video, which is the MidGard Block Explorer launches on PulseChain. This is a fantastic news. So let's get excited about this. MidGard there looking very, very good indeed. Look at that beautiful site. And I'm going to go back into the small view so we can have a look at that. So let me just pile back up there so you can see the whole thing. Isn't that gorgeous? That is gorgeous. So that's MidGard, and it's going to be, I think, a very big, important player here on PulseChain. So very, very excited for this. MidGard Block Explorer has launched. You've got to be pretty excited about that. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm just sitting back and relaxing. This is very, very nice. So let's have a look at some of the features that it's got. Let's check it out. This is pretty amazing. So let's have a look at the cool stuff here. So let me just pull up some stuff. Let's go. So let me know in the chat there if you've actually used this Explorer already. It kind of went live today. So very exciting on that. And looking pretty good. Actually, I will just leave that and we're going to go into the details. So what's it got? Well, it's got latest blocks. So you can see the latest blocks. It's got the amount of gas used as well, the validator that's in play, which is pretty cool. Looking very, very good there. So it's got that, and wow, it's looking amazing, isn't it? Looking amazing. So very, very cool. Let me just get out of here just one moment. All right, so we've also got latest transactions here as well on the right. So we've got blocks and transactions, and you can see all the details about from and who, the amount of pulse, etc. You can click the view all button as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, looking pretty nice on that. Let me just say, just a moment. All right, so we've got this here. Looking pretty good. Just one moment. I got a little bit of issue there, but you can see here PulseX1 with the PulseX router that's coming up on the transaction, which looks pretty bad. Looks pretty neat. I should say bad, but it actually looks really good. So that's kind of cool. And yeah. All right, so that's looking good. And let's see, go back up here. We've got the blockchain. So we've got the blockchain page there as well with MidGard. And we can see the blocks. So the homepage has the blocks and the transactions on it with a search bar, so you can search for stuff. And the blockchain there has all the blocks that are on it, so you can get into that. It's just going to render in a second. So that's all the transactions there. You got the block, you got the hash, you got timestamp, you got the transaction numbers, you got the size, you got the gas usage for that as well. And you can jump into the blocks themselves and have a look around. So it's kind of neat. And you can see the block hash there, the timestamp, block size, the transactions in that block, and of course the gas used there. I guess the max limit of 30 million. You got the parent hash as well, and then you can see all the block transactions inside there. So very, very cool. And it's got where it's from, where it's going to. Nice. That is looking pretty good. The other one, of course, is tokens. You can see all the tokens here as well, which is pretty awesome. So you can see obviously wrapped Pulse there, Hex, and Hex from Ethereum, all the different tokens, and there's tons of them, right? So you can see all the tokens here, many of your favorites, no doubt, on this list. So that's pretty cool from the tokens. We've also got the FAQ. So what is PulseChain? How do we get started with Pulse? What is Pulse, etc. And then we've got the about page about the PulseChain Explorer, comprehensive Explorer, track transactions, blocks, and addresses with our powerful search. Real-time updates, stay informed with live network statistics, reliable data, access accurate and up-to-date blockchain data verified on a distribution node. And then, of course, their mission, we're committed to making blockchain data accessible and understandable for everybody, whether you're a developer, investor, or curious explorer. Our platform provides the tools and insights you need to navigate PulseChain efficiently. They're so awesome, and you can get in contact with the team. So this just launched today, of course. And then, of course, you got the donate button. And of course, that's coming soon as well. That's going to help them do further development. And of course, there's further airdrops, right? Further support the project and get airdrops, donate to fuel the development, and potentially receive future airdrops of coins, NFTs, and other exclusive assets as a token of appreciation for your support. So that's kind of cool. And they're going to have premium features as well, unlock premium perks, become a premium member to be among the first online to receive access to upcoming enhancements, test early features, and enjoy potential premium benefits. And they may include advanced analytics, personalized dashboard, and priority support. So lots of cool stuff there coming there. And then we've got the favorites. You can add your favorites. So if you've got favorite addresses, it's going to be really useful, right? Then you can put that there. And then they got tools. So they got airdrop tool to do airdrops. So it's kind of cool. And it's not popping up, but they've got that. And it's probably, maybe it's not active yet, but they got token locker and vesting. So Pulse Lock. So you can lock tokens, create vesting, and my locks and my vesting. So it's pretty cool. That does look like to be operating. So that's kind of neat. And what else they got? They got Token Factory. So I'm going to have a look at that. So the Token Factory. So it looks like, I'm not sure if that's operating at this stage because some of the tools are still in development. And then we've got the MidGard AI scanner, which is working. So PulseChain, PulseCoin security scanner, advanced risk analysis. So you can put in a token analysis there and get that done as well. So kind of cool. It's pretty neat. So they got lots of cool stuff, and this is a real game changer for PulseChain. Very, very cool. So well done to the team for that. And at the bottom here, they got the price chart with Pulse, the market cap, the latest block, the gas prices, and a gas estimator there as well, which you can refresh. And got a toggle button there. Kind of cool. That is looking neat there. So well done to the team, and I'm sure more and more features are going to come on as we move forward. So very, very excited about this, and I hope you guys are too. I'm going to post the link to this in the chat there. Check it out. Save it to your favorites. A lot of people have been asking for a really top-end block explorer on PulseChain, and it's great to be able to have one, right? So that is very, very cool. All right, kind of nice. I'll get into it. Bam, bam, bam. All right, so let's jump over into PulseChain. Day 700. We are ending day 700. Can you believe it? Fantastic news. Fantastic news. So it was kind of cool. Actually, before I do that, let me just get into. I just want to post the post that I had on this one. So let me just jump down through here, and let me just road post that too while I'm here. We've got. Let's see here. Jump through some of these. We're going to go to some of these. Let me just jump into here. And we've got PulseCoin. So this is the actual coin. You can actually see the list here before we move on about MidGard. So MidGard has launched. Let me just jump through here. And that it is there. I think that's the live one there. So that is the live one. So if you want to get to go shout out to the team, definitely go shout out the team. And that's always good to do that, right? Show your support. Leave some comments about your experience. Get into the Telegram and become a participant of that, because it really is a top tier explorer now on PulseChain, which is going to help a lot of people, right? A lot of people are going to be very happy about that. So good news all around with that one. So check that out. All right. So anyway, we're on day 700. Can you believe it? 700 days. PulseChain launched on the 13th of May, 2023. Got forked on the 10th of May, a couple of days earlier. And here we are 700 days later. Pulse at the moment is up quite a bit there. So let's zoom in on that. And we got PulseChain. PulseChain there is up quite nicely. And let's get into the results. So we got Quadruple 02725 up almost 10% today, sitting at 25% of the mean sacrifice price. PulseX Quadruple 0216 up 10.4%, and the sitting at 22% of the mean sacrifice price. The buy and burn is 1,370 billion, and that is 6.89% of the total supply that's not owned by the OA. The SIM token $1.25 up 10.6%. And of course, the inflation's been cut by 20x, so it's only about 2,600 ink a day. It's pretty small now. So this is probably going to do some pretty amazing things on the old ink there. Hex at the moment, 1,500th of a penny, up 8%. EHEX at 1,500th of a penny. Combined price EHEX and PX 7.7300th of a penny. So this is super cheap at the moment, but a nice green day on good old PulseChain. Now the gas prices have been very volatile on PulseChain. Fortunately, they're about 3.3 million beats at the moment, so 3 cents to do a PulseX swap. But they definitely can be quite frustrating, especially for MetaMask. MetaMask really struggles with that, so take note. Now we got 49,000 active validators, and that's been ticking up. We got over there yesterday. They're earning about 10% yield, but there are other alternatives to earn much higher yield. Thinking of Validator X and other products like that out there. Very, very cool. And the bridge, the health check of the day. Oh, we're back over 80 million, which is good news. So we're sitting, about 79 million yesterday. We're at 80.3 million today. So that's really good news. DAI is looking decent at 23 million. USDC, USD Tether. Coast is sitting strong at 9.4. And obviously ETH and Wrap Bitcoin are both up, and EHEX up a little bit as well. Not bad, not bad. All right, so that is kind of where we are on the mark. Let's get to the volumes. And today we've got $27 million in volume. So we're doing a bit better these last couple of days, haven't we? So it's got a good news. And they've got some top coins just popping up here. So we've got Mooney just launched. So Mooney there is up 800% on the 24-hour, but it's only just launched the last 9 hours. There's a couple of different projects here. We've got the Save Your Heart coin as a pump tires one, launched 3 hours ago. That is up 246%, but down 18% the last couple of minutes. So there's a little volatility there. We've got this new one here called Jewish Chain Quantum. Now, I don't know if that's real or not, so just take care with that. But that's up 215%. but they've got pretending that they've got quantum layer 2. A bit of a play on the quantum there. I don't know, you decide, but be very careful with that one. It's always easy to get onto the grass is greener there. The contract, it says there's no issues with the intel. So let's see, honeypot no, contract renounced unknown. So remember that. So just take care with some of these new ones that pop up there as well. A lot of people jump on the bandwagon pretty quick there. We got Missor at the moment is up 65%. It's had a really huge rally. One of the printer tokens that's doing very well, and that's on our video title today, Missor. And look at that pump today that we just had the day there. Very, very cool. So that's kind of cool. There's also on our alpha list, and that's up 136%. So if you joined our alpha list in Telegram, you would be winning. You'd be winning, and definitely well worth joining, right? So let me just get into that quickly and post you the link to join up to our Telegram group. So let's do that and post that in. Now, if you're one of the moderators, if you could help out just posting it over. Now, we'll update the video links in the video description to join a Telegram as well. That's not quite there yet, but we'll be doing a lot of other changes. So join a Telegram, and this is your gems. You don't want to miss out on that. Free list there, free list. Doesn't cost you anything, so get into that today. There we go. That is the Telegram, that one. Kind of cool. All right, so that's doing really well. So there, looking pretty good. Remember, with this one, you earn for investor, which is kind of the main token, right, for this whole ecosystem of web tokens and using the reverse liquidity engineering process and on balancing and things like that. And these things are super popular at the moment, and you earn for investor for that, which is the grandfather of them all, let's say. Now, what else we got running as well is the Teddy. This is Teddy Takeover. This is the one not necessarily founded by Moon King, but supported by Moon King. And of course, this is pretty huge, going pretty well. And had some pretty good price jumps here. As you can see, the rally price is continuing to rally. Market cap 7 million and currently liquidity 177K. Looks like there's been a pretty awesome volume, 226K volume. And it's been doing pretty well. Just getting a little bit of profit taking going on at the moment. But apart from that, it's done pretty well there in the old Teddy takeover, taking over the old one that was linked to PDI, right? That was kind of the idea there, the Tropadev, right? The Tropadev issue there. Now, that's been doing pretty well. That was also on our list there. And the last one was Remember. And did I spell Remember properly? Hopefully. We've got Finvestor there rising up, so that's doing pretty well. That's the parent of all these ones, like Missor and others, and that's doing Dominance is also up 14%, so it's one of those. We've got obviously Best Everything doing pretty well with the pump tires. PDC doing really well. PDC doing some rebranding and new stuff with their website. Pretty cool there. And we've got Ink Token, of course, in the mix there, up 9%. And as you can see down here, Remember was also doing pretty well. Probably just got sold off just in a little last week while, but still doing pretty well, up 9.5% there on the old Remember token. So that's the other one that we talked about. So it had a pretty good rally lately. And you earn Pulse with this run, right? So you just hold and you earn Pulse. Kind of cool. So that is kind of where we are at the moment on these. And yeah, pretty neat. So that is kind of where we are on these tokens at the moment. Now, this Mooney one at the top that's just launched, this is up there as well. What does it say? It says Omega Liquidity Bonding Architecture. Once again, you have to verify, right? Verify all that stuff. Just take note of all these new tokens that pop up. Like this Savior one's okay because it's a pump tires, but these top two, you need to verify that they are what they are, right? Easy to get involved there, so just take care on that one. So that's kind of where we are on that. And let's get into TitanX quickly, because TitanX had a bit of a green day, obviously with PulseChain, with the Ethereum there pumping up a bit. Let's have a look at the charts here. And you guys know what we look at on the TitanX is not necessarily the US price, which is obviously down. So we had wave 1, we had a 10x down on wave 2 very dramatically, and we got all the way down to 6 zeros, 1065. But we're looking at the ratio to ETH and see how that is going, because obviously ETH has come down a lot, and this is where we are. So we have found good support here at the moment at around 10.07,000, and now we're now at 10.07881. So we're actually getting a bit of an increase here. As I said, we want to get over this loser zero really and get back to 9 zeros 1,000. So that would put us around here on the chart there. So let's put a little line there just to show that very clearly. And There it is there. So that is our target, and we're going to make that yellow. So that is our target there. That's kind of where we want to get to. So that we need, because we'll get a higher low, that higher, a higher high than the previous low. That you see, we just got lower lows all the time on the ratio to ETH, and that's what you want to get, right? So that's very important. Jake Sharp's now posting again, and that's good news, and back to marketing. So that's kind of cool. And we're waiting for omni-chain strategy, and the buy and burns have all turned off, right? So it's lots of pump mentals. They're all intact for a big run for PulseX. Titan X there. Dragon X has been doing well, up 8.63 on the Titan X ratio, pretty good there. Up 8.7% today. X28 is at a discount too. This is the omni-chain version of Titan X. It's at 0.74, so it's quite a bit of discount there. Shogun's going to omni-chain, but we just don't know. It's got to be pretty soon, I guess, for omni-chain. But Jake's probably timing these things. And Hyper and Hydra there have had a couple of good days, and these are both pretty undervalued in my point of view. They're pretty highly collateralized as well. All the buy and burns turned off as well. So if you turn on Titan X, Dragon X, Hyper, and Hydra buy and burns, man, this thing's just going to go off like a firecracker, especially if the market sentiment's changed as well. Could be pretty glorious, right? Volt, of course, coming out with Bitcoin Genie. Can't wait for that to come out. And Morpheus going, to base chain, PulseChain with the V3 DEX, as I understand it. What else is going on here? Let's scroll down through some of these. Tink Farm, not too bad there. We're looking for some, maybe some stuff there from Eric, the founder of Dragon X. And of course, Element 280 is going over to OmniChain with a lot of their tokens, along with Baby Dragon X. So that's going to be pretty cool for that. Going to create a lot of value there. Uranus is still holding up very well. 1.93x28 is the first OmniChain token over the base chain, and it's performed very well. So big shout out to the dude and James out there, doing a great job. And Flare up a big time today, 36%. So that's the big winner today on the old Titan X. And like I say, the next one we're waiting for. I don't think we've got any countdowns. Oh, no, we're not going to countdowns. We're waiting for Bitcoin Genie. That's probably out maybe a month or so. And then we got waiting for Taurus, which is getting closer to launch as well. That's from the influencer Cryptographics, who does great educational videos. So looking forward to that. And Vibermex, we haven't heard anything from them as far as I know, but I haven't checked. So maybe that's something I should do. All right, so that's kind of where we are on that. Pretty exciting. That is where it goes. Let's go to the bubbles, because they've got bubbles. Everyone loves bubbles. And you can see sort of the big ones there. Flare and Matrix, Lotus there doing pretty well on that time frame. Not bad there from Mike. All right, so that is pretty much it for today. This is a 30-minute show, apparently. We did it that fast. Isn't that crazy? We did it that fast, 30-minute show. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be coming out with lots of great content. And what a great way to enter the weekend for crypto. A green Friday on the stock market, green for crypto. Let's see if we can pull out some really good results this, moving forward. It's going to be a lot of fun to see that. Now, if you're over on Rumble, I appreciate you. And, of course, smash that follow button, hit the like button, and get involved in our community. That's all I can say, because we're on to big things, and we're really enjoying this bull run ahead, and share the journey with us. That's all I can say. That's enough from me. Signing out here on the Crypto Night Show, your host, Superman. And, of course, definitely follow all the socials and become part of our community. And let's go on to mad gains in the golden age of America that Trump is ushering in. And it's going to be truly glorious. Everything is going very well for the Trump administration. And a bit more pressure, and they'll get it over the line. It's going to be very, very exciting. All right, peace out. Take care, everybody, and I'll catch you on the next show. Bye for now, as we always say. Bye for now. Peace out.